Okay, guys, welcome back. I hope that you guys had a great break. The first thing that we're going to be reminded of, all right, as I'm going to start revising for grammar. Okay, the first thing that I need you to remember is that we're going to take something called the sentence structure. Okay, and when we're dealing with sentence structure, we're dealing with types of different sentences and how they are put together. Okay, we are going to revise four. Today we're going to start with two, and the first two sentence structures that we're going to take is the simple sentence.
Can you hear me?
Okay, and the simple sentence, guys, remember, can someone actually remind me of what is a simple sentence?
Okay, so, Hannah Yasser, are you here?
A simple sentence? Any volunteers?
Okay. Bumika. Noor El Arabi.
Okay, no one remembers what a simple sentence is? All right, Adam Wasil, can you please remind us of what a simple sentence is?
Afan Magdi.
Uh, simple
Selma.
sentence of subject, verb, and
Selma.
Good. Okay, a simple sentence is made up of one independent clause. Okay, and remember, guys, an independent clause or a clause is a group of words that has a subject and a verb. You only have one independent clause in a simple sentence. You can have one subject, okay, like for example, something as simple as Yasmin goes to school. All right, you can have also a simple subject that has two verbs. Yasmin goes and works at school. All right, so I can have one subject and one verb. I can have one subject and two verbs. Okay, I can have also multiple subjects. Yasmin and her colleague go to school. Okay, so here I have a compound subject. All right, that's fine, and a simple one verb. Okay, that's also a simple sentence. I can have Yasmin and her friend walk and talk together. Okay, so I can have a compound subject and a compound verb. That all includes a simple sentence. Okay, I can also have introductory prepositional phrases that would not change the fact that I have still a simple sentence. Like, for example, during the day, Yasmin enjoys napping or enjoys taking a snack. All right. During the day is a prepositional phrase. All right. I still have a simple sentence because, again, it's still one independent clause. Okay. So let's be reminded of that. Okay. So please be reminded of this is one independent clause. Okay. So the second sentence structure that we're going to use is the compound sentence.
Farah Mala. Lisa, if I can't hear, please don't talk right now.
The compound sentence, guys, is going to be not one independent clause, but two or more independent clauses. All right, two or more independent clauses. That means that I have now one independent clause and then I have another independent clause, and usually we see them joined. Can someone remind me of how do I join my independent clauses in a compound sentence? How do I join my independent clauses in a compound sentence? Okay, Ward, please.
With either a subordinate conjunction or a semicolon.
Great job. Okay, they are joined. Here we see that they are joined either by what we say as our fanboys, or we can also use one, or we can use a semicolon. All right, so we can join them by our conjunctions.
I already marked it down, and really, I don't have time. If you were late when I called your name and you didn't
And
answer, I
here
want
we
to ask.
have the conjunctions as the acronym that we use for them is the fanboys. Okay.
Okay, let's do.
Can someone remind me what are the fanboys? What words are the fanboys made up of? This acronym fanboys, what is it broken down into? Any volunteers other than Ward that can tell me how is fanboys broken down?
On the telephone, can you hear me?
Okay, Kareem, please.
um, for and
Okay, on the telephone has been marked
not,
absent.
but, or, yet,
Yes, up to
so,
90, I marked you absent because you did not answer.
Great. Okay, these are my fanboys. And when I use them to join two independent clauses, I have to make sure that I have to insert a comma before the fanboys. Okay, and be careful that we see the word
You
and.
didn't answer when you
Okay,
called.
when you see the word and
Okay,
here,
1, 2, 5,
do not think that this is going to be
1, 2, 5.
that this is going to be a compound sentence. You have to make sure that your compound, your ands or your especially the and. Okay, we're using it in a way that is joining two sentences, not just joining two subjects or joining two verbs. Okay, so be careful from the word and because it can be very tricky when deciding. Usually, students, when they see that they have the word and, they automatically jump into conclusion that it's a compound sentence when it's not joining two sentences, it's only joining two subjects or joining two verbs. Okay, like we saw previously. Okay, so let's look at an example here would be.
Correct.
Okay, students enjoy coming to school, comma, but
Yes.
they enjoy working from home more. Okay, so here I have two sentences, two independent clauses joined by the fanboys, comma, but. All right, my first independent clause is students enjoy coming to school. My second independent clause, they enjoy working from home more. Okay, joined by the comma, but, which is my fanboys. All right, so whenever I see the coordinating conjunction, any of those that we mentioned, we have to use a comma before, and you have to make sure that you check before and after if it's joining indeed two sentences or is it just joining subjects or verbs.
Thank you, Sam.
Okay, now the next
Okay,
word
yeah, Chuck,
that
we
we
do that
have, or the
before
next
on
example,
one.
what you gave me one option. You said that we can join independent clauses two ways. You gave me the first way. What is the second way? What?
Second way is using semicolons.
Say it again.
Using semicolons.
Great. Okay, we can also join by using a semicolon. Okay, using a semicolon that looks like that. And we said whenever we use a semicolon, what do we still use the fanboys with a semicolon, or do we must remove the fanboys?
No, we must remove the fanboys.
Okay, good. So remember that the semicolon is a word, or sorry, it's a punctuation that substitutes the usage of the comma and the fanboy all together. All right, we have to remove it. Okay, also a lot of times we wonder how to use the word for. Okay, I get students that ask, how do we use this coordinating conjunction for? And I am telling you that you use it just the way that you use the word because. Okay, so we're using it just the way that we use the word because. All right, for example, I took a pill for I was suffering a headache, which is basically saying or giving a reason, just like the way that you would use the word because. All right, how could we see a semicolon? Okay, we decided to take a trip, semicolon. We started packing our bags. Okay, here I inserted a semicolon, and remember, we are not required to capitalize after the semicolon. So let's keep that in mind. All right, if you do not have a proper noun after the semicolon, you do not need to capitalize it, or for example, a proper noun or the word I or so on. Okay, so we do not need to capitalize the W in we. And of course, we do not need to put a semicolon. And for example, so we decided to take a trip, comma, so we started packing our bags. But here I did not use the comma, so I used instead a semicolon. All right, so this is how the difference between a simple sentence, one independent clause, A compound sentence, two or more independent clauses, usually joined by fanboys and a comma. Make sure that your fanboys are actually joining sentences, not just joining subjects or verbs, okay, or even adjectives, or direct objects or whatever. And here, make sure that you can also substitute your fanboys and the comma with a semicolon. Okay, any questions regarding our simple sentence and the compound sentence?
Okay.
Okay, so that being done, I'm gonna stop sharing the board, and I'm gonna share with you the simple and compound sheet, review sheet that we're gonna answer together. I asked you guys to download it also because it's already on SMS. Okay, so I asked you guys to download it so that we can start answering it together. Okay, any volunteers? So let's read the instructions for us, please. Let's read the instructions. Zena, are you here? Zena?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, perfect. Can you please read the instructions for us and answer number one?
Okay. People across America have to. All right. Need to read the instructions first. Write in the blank, simple or compound, to identify the shape of the sentence. People across America have developed an appreciation for Mexican food. Simple.
Great. Okay, so this would be definitely a simple sentence. All right, so here we are going to type the word simple. All right, perfect. Thank you. All right, number two, Jomana, read the sentence for us.
We enjoy going to a Mexican restaurant, but sometimes we must wait in line for over an hour.
Great.
It's a compound sentence.
Perfect.
Here,
Okay.
tell me your answer. to
And
number
where's your
17
fanboy here,
other than one now.
Jomana?
But
Good. We have the comma button. Okay, which shows that we're joining two simple sentences together, combined by comma button makes it a compound sentence. Bravo, Jumana. Thank you. Number three, let's hear from Abdurrahman.
Yes,
Yes, please. Number three.
Yes.
the taco is a popular item and it is easy to prepare. Compound.
Compound. Bravo. Okay, and here again, where's your fanboy, Abdurrahman?
Yes.
And
All right, your fanboys and all right, and we have the comma. I'm hiding the comma. I do not want to hide the comma. So it's comma and bravo. And we have two independent clauses. The first one is the taco is a popular item. And the second one, it
Where's
is
your
easy to prepare.
dash go?
Great. And the first one here is we enjoy going to a Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
And then the next one is sometimes we must wait in
Okay.
line for over an hour. Okay, great. Number four, let's hear from any volunteers to answer number four.
You're welcome. Thank you, Carrie Ann.
Okay, how about Marwa, please?
All right, also good. So you did the next 10.
Marwa?
please.
Marwa, I'm sorry, I'm unable to hear you. Okay, Kareem? Kareem, please.
A taco usually consists of folded corn tortilla, ground beef, cheese, lettuce, and tomato. Simple.
Simple, bravo. Okay, this is only one independent clause, which makes it a simple sentence. All right. Number five. Okay, how about from Hassan? Hassan?
Correct.
Number five, Hassan?
Yes.
All right, Hassan, I am unable to hear you. Okay, Ruqayya, please, number five.
Tacos come in two varieties. The shells can be either hard or soft.
Great.
Compound.
Compound. And where is, how are your sentence, how are your independent clauses joined here, Ruqayya?
Semicolon.
Perfect, Ruqayya. Good job. All right, let's remember here that we do not have fanboys, but instead we have a semicolon. All right, your independent clauses, we have two of them. Let's underline them. Tacos come in two varieties. This is the first one. And the second one is their shells can be either hard or soft. This is the second independent clause. Number 6, let's hear, please, from Geser.
She is the ex-champion. Will
Yes.
award the trophy.
Can you please read number 6?
Okay. Some cooks buy taco shells already made, others fry and foam the shells themselves.
A hyphen between ex-champion. And that's it.
1 second.
Sure.
I didn't quite.
It is compound.
It is
That's what she
compound.
said off the. Oh, okay, nothing, accuracies here. Okay, number 26.
Good. Number 6 is compound. And how are they joined here, Geser? Can you remind us how these two sentences are joined?
There is a
Yes.
less semicolon.
Great job. It's joined by a semicolon. Bravo. They're not joined by independent clauses. They're joined by semicolons. All right. And here my first independent clause is some cooks buy taco shells already made. And the second one is others fry and form the shells themselves. Okay. All right. Number 7. Thank you so much, Ilyas. And number 7, let's please hear from Tala.
Remember the rules about fractions, guys.
Number 7, Tala, please.
The half, you add the hyphen, not between the 1 and the half.
Tala, do you hear me?
Okay, number 28.
Okay, how about Yusuf? Yusuf,
Yes, miss.
Yes.
can you please answer number 7, honey? You're just gonna read it and tell me if it's simple or compound?
Brown ground
Browning.
in a shallow
Skillet?
skillet is the first step. It's simple.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, number 8. Number 8, please, let's hear from Adam Al-Fahla.
8 is
Read it for us.
drain the grease frequently. Too much grease make tacos unhealthy. Compound.
Okay.
Compound, bravo. And how are they joined here, Adam?
With the after frequently semicolon.
Great, they're joined by a semicolon, bravo. Okay, so here we see that our sentence is joined by a
Listen to me read it.
semicolon,
The friends
which is
of
right here.
Alessia,
And
the
here we have
Midwest
2
Spring
independent
chapter of
clauses.
course,
The first one is drain the grease frequently.
Chicago.
This is an imperative sentence. It starts with a verb. Here, the understood subject is you, by the way. Okay, because it starts with a demand or, it shows here that you're giving some type of order. So the subject here is the understood subject is you. All right, too much grease makes tacos unhealthful. This is my second independent clause. All right, let's answer number 9. Let's hear, please, from, how about Mark? Mark?
Yes, correct. Good job.
Mark, can you please answer number 9?
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to Ruqayya, please. Thank you, Ruqayya. Number 9, answered. Read it for us.
Spices and chopped onion can be added to the cooked ground beef. It will be simple.
Good job, ya Marwa. Good job, ya Ruqayya, sorry. Simple. All right, this is a simple sentence. And remember, here there's something tricky. Okay, and this and right here is a little tricky. Okay, why is this and tricky? Because sometimes students, as I said, they see the word and they automatically think that this is a compound sentence. However, here you will see that the and is combining actual subjects. The spices and the chopped onions are 2 subjects, not joining 2 independent sentences. Okay, so be careful from that. All right, so that being done, I'm going to clear this so that I'm able to scroll down to the next set of questions. Okay, we're gonna now answer from 10 to 15. So for number 10, let's hear from Hassan one more time. Are you able to hear me, Hassan? Okay, how about Adam Wilson, number 10?
Yes.
Okay, please, number 10, read it for us and answer if it's simple or compound.
A layer of ground beef is then spooned into the taco shell. Simple.
That is absolutely correct. It is simple. Okay, number 11. Let's hear from Ibrahim, please.
Yes, miss.
Can you please read number 11 and tell us, Ibrahim, if it's simple or compound?
Of course. I like cheese on top of the beef. Some add lettuce. It's gonna be
It's going to be, say that again, I'm sorry. Compound, that's correct.
yes,
All right, and how are they joined here?
by a semicolon.
Absolutely correct, by a semicolon. All right, as we see here. Oops. Semicolon right here. And if you look, our two independent clauses is I like cheese on top of the beef, that's number 1, and some add lettuce. This is your second independent clause. Thank you, Ibrahim. Number 11, sorry, 12. Tala?
It's gonna be simple.
Okay, chunks of red tomatoes give the taco a colorful appearance. This is definitely a simple sentence. Okay, thank you, Tala. Number 13, let's please hear from, how about we hear from Ward again?
Yes, miss.
Number 13, please.
Okay. Toppings such as black olives and sour cream can also be added. It's a simple sentence.
That's correct. Simple again. We only have one independent clause. Number 14. Thank you, Ward. Number 14. How about we hear from Jumana? Number 14, Jumana.
Yes. Some people add hot sauce or salsa. It's simple.
Perfect. Great. Okay, and finally, number 15, Marwa.
It's compound.
It is compound. Can you read it for us?
Tacos are not cheese. And they are also delicious.
Okay, can you please say the word nutritious again?
Nutritious.
Good. Okay. And what kind of sentence would that be? The sentence structure here?
Compound.
Great. It is compound. Do one more, please. It's a compound sentence. And how are these two joined?
By and.
By the comma and, bravo. So here we have the comma and the conjunction. Tacos are nutritious. This is my first sentence. And the next one is that they are also delicious. This is my second independent clause. All right, we're going to save that. Okay, and let's clear it. Okay, the next set of questions are asking us to underline each main clause and add a comma or a semicolon as needed. So this is a practice on how we can identify where my first independent clause ends and where my second independent clause starts. If we need to put a comma, we need to insert it. If we need to put a semicolon, we need to insert it. Okay, so let's start here with Hannah. Hannah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, read the first sentence and tell us where are the independent clauses and what do we need to insert. Is it a semicolon is needed or a comma is needed?
Ethnic foods come from around the world and they can be found all over the United States. a comma afterward.
Good. Okay, so tell me first, let's underline first together the independent clauses, Hannah. Give me the first independent clause.
Ritash, do you know where we are? 5.
Ethnic foods come from around the world.
Okay, that's the first one. Where's the second one? The second one is what?
Yes, you're wrong. Who
They
knows? Raise
can
your
be
hand
found
if
all
you
over
know
the
where
United
we
States.
are.
All right, they can be found all over the United States. Good job.
Carmela?
Okay, so where do we insert the comma?
Yes. Would you please do the
Before
first one?
and.
Great. Okay, so here we need to insert the and before. Okay, I actually want to see.
Correct.
Hmm, right here. Great job, Hannah. Great job, Hannah. Number two. Let's please hear from Karim.
Yes.
Can you please tell us where if we need to insert a comma or a semicolon and underline the independent clauses for us?
Okay. World foods diversity to American cuisine. They provide. Okay. Semicolon between cuisine and they.
Okay, good. So we need to here insert a semicolon, not a comma, because we do not have a fanboy. We have here we have an actual two sentences. Okay, let me just make my line a little bit thicker. Okay, here should put a semicolon. All right, where's my and here my independent clauses are. Give me
World
the
food and diversity to American cuisine, and they provide flavorful change of pace.
perfect. Number three. Thank you so much, Kareem. Number three, Jomana.
Correct.
Many ethnic foods use common ingredients, but they taste different because of the spices. A comma before but.
Great. And where are your independent clauses, Jomana?
Man, many ethnic foods use common ingredients. They taste different because of the spices.
Great. Number four. Number four, Abdurrahman.
Yes, miss.
Go ahead, baby. Tell me.
Chinese soft noodles are long, thin strips of pasta, and some pasta dumplings contain cheese or meat.
Do we need to put a comma or a semicolon, Abdurrahman? What do you think?
Okay. Revising sentences for agreement.
Uh,
Chris, will you do 5?
comma before and.
Comma before and. And where are your two independent clauses?
Chris, can you hear me?
The Chinese soft noodles are long,
I'm telling you to do the
thin
first 5,
strips of
please.
pasta. Some pasta dumplings contain cheese or meat.
Perfect. Okay, and let's hear from Ruqayya. Number five. Thanks, Abdurrahman. Number five, Ruqayya, please.
Food normally use local ingredients. These are fresh and
Bella,
economical.
can you hear me?
Good.
Before these, there should be comma.
Do you have a fanboy? Remember, we only use a comma if you have one of the fanboys. All right. Here you have two independent clauses. The first one is regional foods normally use local ingredients, and you have another one which is these are fresh and economical. All right. These two sentences, Ruqayya, do we see a fanboy between them or not?
No.
No, right? You don't see a fanboy. So when there's no fanboys, do we insert commas or semicolons?
Semicolon.
Exactly. Perfect. Okay, so here we make the insertion of a semicolon. Okay, Marwa, number 6, please.
The different flavor come from special ingredients. Some may not be available in your area. A semicolon after ingredients.
Perfect.
Jenna, will you do the first 5, please?
And what are my independent? Where are the independent clauses?
Thank you.
The different flavors come from special ingredients.
Okay.
Where are you?
What's the next one?
Okay, which one?
Dependent clause.
Yes, the other one is some may not be available in your area. All right, this is your 2 independent clauses. Okay, thank you, Marwa. All right, so I'm going to save this and I'm going to clear. All right, if you guys look down, you'll see that we only have 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's finish them off. All right, Ward, please, number 7.
Different styles of Chinese cooking include Shakwan, Mandarin, and Cantonese.
Number 2.
Shakwan is spicier than the others. We'll put a semicolon between Cantonese and Shakwan.
Perfect. All right, my independent clauses, as Ward says. This is my first one. And this is my second one. Okay, number 8, Noura, please. And by the way, happy birthday, Noura.
Thank you.
Go ahead, baby, tell
Chinese
me.
food is popular, and the fortune cookies are always fun. The independent first one is Chinese food is popular.
Good. And the second one?
The second one, fortune cookies are always fun.
Perfect. And what do we insert? Comma or semicolon?
Okay, number 5.
I think semicolon.
Right, do you have the first sentence and you have your second sentence, and what's in the middle is the word and. Okay, so do we have fanboys? Yes or no?
We have what?
We have one of the fanboys. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Remember the fanboys? For, and, nor, but, yeah, so. Okay. These are the fanboys. Do we have one of them? Yes, we do. We have the one word and. So what do we need to do is we need to insert a
put a comma before it.
comma before and. That's correct. Not a semicolon. Perfect. Okay, so be careful. If you have a fanboy, we need a comma. Thank you, Noura.
Okay.
Number 9. Let's hear please from. How about from Zena again? Zena.
Yes.
Number 9,
I
please.
solved number 9. Okay. Thai dishes often include rice. And the second sentence is sometimes rice noodles are used instead.
That's correct. And what do we need to insert, please, Zena?
No, is should be are.
Sorry, what do we need to what?
Insert. As a semicolon or a comma?
Okay, number 9.
A comma.
Great. And number 10. And number 10, last but not least, this is going to go. Let's hear from. How about Muhammad Walid?
Yes. Good job. Thank you, Jana.
Muhammad Walid, number 10.
Okay, any questions so far?
Okay, so last question, participants.
Okay, guys.
All right, Yusuf Tahroo, please, number 10.
Okay.
Yes, miss.
Yes, please, baby. Can you tell me where's your 2 independent clauses and where do we need to insert a comma or a semicolon in number 10?
The names of some
Thai.
Thai
Thai.
Thai dishes begin with the word king.
Kahu.
Kia. This expression means come eat.
Okay, first tell me, do you need where do you need to put a comma or a semicolon?
Like
Um,
last year? I don't remember last year.
before this,
Okay, good. A comma or a semicolon?
comma.
Oh, remember, we only use a comma when we have fanboys.
A semicolon.
It's a semicolon. All right, good. All right, remember that. All right, semicolon. And where are my two independent clauses, Yusuf?
Um, the names of some dishes, yes, and the expression means come eat.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, great job. All right, all right. So that we're done with this grammar review for today. Any questions that you guys have on chapter 9 and 10? I would like to take it. All right, Noura, you have your hand up. Do you have a question regarding 9 and 10 from our chapters for Kira?
No, I forgot to put it there.
No, it's okay. All right, so here, guys, we have chapter 9 with the answers. Don't forget to go over your some of you guys wonder, do we have to read again? It would be good if you have time to skim over your chapters again. It's also great if you could look up and try to answer these questions again from your memory, especially the study guide questions are very detailed with a lot of details that you need to know. All right, so again, if you guys have any questions from 9 and 10, please feel free to message me or let me know that you have if you have them. Okay. Alrighty. Now that our meeting is ending, I'm going to see you guys tomorrow for another section of our review. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me or message me. Okay. Thank you, grade 7. Have a great day. Bye.